here today to give you a or even 1 week or 1 day. What things in your life would you change? Welcome. We're here today. I'm going to give a little speech about the gift of life. Imagine if you had 60 days to live, or 30 days, or 1 week, or even 1 day. What things in your life would you change? Would you wish you'd been nicer or meaner, more daring, more careful, more living, or more forgiving? If you knew tomorrow that you would start counting your days until you reached your very last one, how would you spend the time waiting? Every day in the United States, 18 people die waiting. The waiting for them begins when they are put on a list for a transplant and join the approximately 120,000 people that, according to the database maintained by the Department of Health and Human Services at www.organdonor.gov, are also waiting. They spend their days praying for a new life, hoping that they will get the call for our cause to end the days, weeks, and months of anxious and uncertainty. For many, that wait will end in death, as the need for organs is greater than the number available. According to Carolina Donor Service, each of us has the ability to save or improve up to 50 lives if we make the choice to become an organ or tissue donor. As with anything, there is a process to becoming an organ or tissue donor. It is also important to understand what being a donor means to you. Making your decision to donate is personal, but there are steps you need to take to make sure your wishes are granted. First, tell everyone how you feel about donation and what it means to you. If they know how you feel, it makes the decision easier when you pass away, and carrying out your final wish provides a way for your family to honor you also. Next, it's important to join the donor registry that shows that you are willing to be a donor at the time of your death. In North Carolina, you can join when you go get your driver's license, and they place a small red heart in the license to indicate that you said yes to being an organ donor. You can also register at donatelifenc.org. Right here's your little particle symbol right here that shows that you are not. Lastly, make sure that you and your family understand what the law says about your wishes to be an organ donor. If you are under 18, your parents or legal guardian make the final decision. Once you turn 18, the decision is yours, and the Heart Prevails law passed in 2007 makes your decision legally binding and cannot be overturned by anyone. Once you have made the choice to become a donor, more questions will come up. Fear causes many people not to register, and the concerns and questions cause uncertain, necessary worry. Some worry that the religion does not approve for donating organs or tissues. In fact, all major religious donation or view it as your own personal choice. Also, the religious ceremony of having a wake and a funeral with an open casket can be done since the donor's body is treated with care and respect. Some people question whether you will be cared for medically in the same way if you're an organ donor. In the hospital and the medical team's duty to care for you as the best of their ability, and most do not know that you're a potential donor. All hospitals have to notify organ procurement organizations and or tissue eye banks in every death through agency determination that this person is one of the registry and is a donor candidate. A recovery representative will then meet and talk with the family and arrange further tests to see if they can be a donor. Often a big question is the cost of donation. Being a donor never costs your family anything, since all costs related to the donations are paid by the recipient. It is also illegal to sell human organs and tissues in the United States, as stated in the National Organ Transplant Act. A final question is, are you a good candidate to be a donor? Most people can donate organs or tissues regardless of age, race, or gender, and in fact, according to Linda Coles and Paulina Green in Journal of Best Practice in Human Diversity, Education, Research, and Policy, 1/3 of these on transplant waiting lists are African Americans or minorities are definitely needed. Even patients that have some forms of cancer can be eye donors. and can be full donors if they are cancer-free for at least 5 years. Chronic diseases like diabetes or heart disease do not automatically make you a poor donor since each person is looked at individually. Organ transplantation has been one of the greatest successes of the medical field. The New York Times article, 50 Years of Transplants in the United States, tells us the first successful transplant was on December the 23rd, 1954, of a kidney. He lived 8 years. In 2012, 28,051 transplants occurred, giving most an average of 5 or more years of life. My own family has had an impact on organ donation and does make. My Uncle Joe Brown had a heart transplant. He was an alcoholic, and at 54 he developed heart failure. He received a heart that needed a valve transplant. They actually needed the valve replaced, so they replaced the valve and done the organ transplant for him. He has so far it's been 10 years survival rate, and he's still an alcoholic, if you believe that. No. My second one is my cousin, which is Joe's daughter. She also had Johnny Brown, and she she was born with a rare liver disease, and at 6 years old she received a liver transplant, and she is now 35, the mother of 2 boys. In conclusion, organ donation is a personal decision that only you can make. I ask you to think of the impact you can have on so many lives. As stated by Lily Mercer in Nursing Standard, organ donation is a complex and sensitive area. It is complicated by ethical, legal, and social factors. We must consider them all and make the best choice for ourselves.